Hello and thank you for tuning into this tutorial. Today I'll be covering DigitalOcean and how to go ahead and install OwnCloud on a Droplet. I went ahead and got started by creating a server called OwnCloud. Kind of corresponds with the tutorial name here. And I went ahead and put LAMP on that server. Now, it's not necessary to do this. LAMP was just an idea because there's a couple ways we can install this, and I'll go over those in 1 second. So if you go to your domain name, you should see it works, which is something you want to see. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that because we don't need that. So OwnCloud is basically a cloud. It's not a cloud server. I mean, it's a server, and you can go ahead and upload your files there and access them anywhere in the world that has internet. So that's a good something good with OwnCloud. Now you can go ahead and install this on a pre-existing server, which I'm going to cover today. I'm going to go ahead and do the web installation one, and as we can see, it kind of shows us what we have to do. So I'm going to first get started by right-clicking here and go to copy link address, and then I went ahead and I'm going to go and paste it up here. So we have this file. I'm going to actually pause right now, go ahead and get rid of this window now because we don't need that anymore. I'm now going to set up Putty so I can connect to my server as soon as I find Putty on my desktop here. It's behind that window. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and run Putty and connect to my server. Now, on default, I'm just going to load this because I'm pretty sure this is not right. And actually, it is. Huh, I deleted this one yesterday and it's still showing. That's great. So I'm going to just pull that over there so I can see what's going on. And I'm going to open this server, or open my own cloud, because I already have it on here. And it went on my other monitor, but I'll pull it back over. And I'm going to log in with root and this awesome password. Alright, so now as you can see we're using the beta LAMP stack, that's fine. So I'm going to clear out this text and I'm going to do list, see where we're at, we're not in anywhere. So I'm going to do this cd, then var, make sure you put that /www, list that out, and we should see we have two files, index.html and info.php. And that's what we want. So right now, I'm going to now use this link I had over here that I copied earlier. I'm going to do wget, and then I'm going to go ahead and right click this. I'm going to go ahead and press enter. Now we have one more thing we have to do. We have to go ahead and install curl with PHP. So I'm going to now cover that because curl is something that is required with OwnCloud. So I'm going to do sudo. It's not really even necessary for using the root account. So I'm going to do apt-get install PHP 5 curl. I'm going to go ahead and press enter. And we do have an issue here. Let's see what our issue is. We're going to do an apt-get update first because I did forget to do that, and that is the reason why this is happening. So I'm just going to update my server first so we can get the latest, basically quote repos that we get our information from. Now I'm going to go ahead and run that by doing 2 up buttons and press yes. And now we have PHP curl. Sorry about that. And server Apache reboot right there, so we don't even have to reboot it again. So now I can go ahead and do list. We got our setup.owncloud.php, which is great. So now I'm going to go to I'll bring that window right back here in a second. I'm going to go to my server. So it's 107. Bloody. Here we go. And then we're going to have to, on the end, we're going to have to add setup.owncloud.php. Setup.owncloud.php. Alright, so now we're presented with this setup wizard. So I'm going to go ahead and press next, and we do have one issue. See, I thought that did restart. So service Apache to restart. Alright, so now we should, and can't write to this current directory. We gotta make one more change here. So I'm going to cd up one directory, and then I'm going to go ahead and make this directory writable. Now in order to do so, I'm going to do chmod plus sign, and then I'm going to do r, and then I'm going to do a plus rwx, and then www. And we have one issue here. We don't like the r, huh? Okay, let's redo this. I'm going to actually go up one more directory here so we can get a better view of things and let's just go to CD. Here we go. So I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to do chmod, then chmod r, and then 775 var www. Okay, so now I can go back into my development or my web server folder there, and I can go ahead and list out my contents, so we see how this is all writable now. So I'm going to now go ahead and refresh this, and we have one more issue. Please fix this so you can lift it. Okay, it should be working. You still don't want to work, huh? Jeez, never had this issue. Okay, I'm going to make one more change here. Okay, basically we had to make that to 777 so it could be writable. After we're done, we can go ahead and change that back, and so you can install OwnCloud in another directory. Then you can also make that directory. What you're going to have to do is make it writable for now, install OwnCloud. Later, go ahead and change it back to 775, and then it will be installed in the OwnCloud directory. The OwnCloud directory will still be writable, so you can upload files and such. So I'm going to install in the subdirectory of OwnCloud. So I'm going to go ahead and press next. And we are waiting for the server. If I remember right, it's actually downloading the setup file, which can take some time. I know it did for me on one of my earlier tutorials. This is my third time making this tutorial, or never mind, it was actually installed, because my power kept on going out the other day, and then it did not want to download and install, so that was something messed up. And when my power goes out, I cannot make a tutorial because it was going out about every 5 minutes. So we have a few more things we have to do, so let's jump right into that to fix what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and install that GD module. In order to do that, I'm going to open back up my terminal. And it's actually pretty simple to do so. I'm just going to do a simple command called apt-get install, and then php5 gd. I'm going to press yes. It's going to install, and I'm actually going to, once it's done, I'm going to do a service restart Apache 2, just for clarification, just so we know it's working, because we did have that issue before. Service restart Apache 2. And a service Apache 2 restart, not what was I thinking? Alrighty, so we went ahead and restarted that, and we are basically working here. So what it's telling us right now is we have a security warning. The data, directory, and files are probably accessible because of the HTTP access. File does not work. For information, we can see that. That's fine. I'm just going to leave it how it is for now. And I'm going to now go ahead and create an administrator account. So I'm just going to use the username of admin and the password of admin, and I think that's all we are going to do. And I do actually want to go ahead and fix this issue here. So in order to do so, I'm going to go back to my terminal. I'm going to do a VI and then etc Apache 2 sites available, and this one here happens to be the default site. So AVIA, like so. Not available. Hold on, we'll get this. Cannot spell today. Default. Okay, this one here is the default because this is a default installation. So I need to change one configuration here, and it's this here, the allowed override of none. So we have to fix that, and we're going to go down and use this one to all, so we can use our access file. And we have issues, of course. If you have this issue, press escape, quit this, and go ahead and apt-get install vim. That, if I can type it again, apt-get install vim. Yep. So it's going to install it real quick. Anyways, Vim, if you don't install Vim, it's going to do something like that, and you cannot. Basically, your keyboard is not. Well, it's not that it doesn't work. It's just that it doesn't want to work. The other thing. All right. So now I'm going to go and redo that command by going up on my keyboard a couple times there to get back to that. Now I can go ahead and go down here, and we can go ahead and change this to all. All right. So. Right quit. So now I'm going to do git, no, not git, wow. service Apache to restart. There we go. Alright, so now we should be able to refresh this, and there we go. Now we're looking good. We can use MySQL if we wanted to, and we probably will. So I'm going to go ahead and enter default administration stuff here. Alright, and when we log right into our server at the very first time we see that, please be sure to change your MySQL password. The current one is password. So I'm going to just go ahead and continue with this. So it's root and password. And database name, I'm just going to say OwnCloud. And database host is localhost. So now I'm going to finish the setup. Oh, and it wants us to put a password in there. And finish setup, and it's finishing. And OwnCloud has been officially installed when we get there. There we go. Welcome to OwnCloud. You can see this very nice layout here, and we're getting there now. So you can see that we have apps for everything. We got a Windows app, Android, and iOS. So we can connect to calendar, connect contacts, and access files via a WebDAV. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that, and that's good to go. And I'm going to look at the OwnCloud manual so we can see just how exactly everything works. It's pretty nice. We've got a viewer inside of this. It's very nice. We can go ahead and look at everything here. Yeah. So anyways, we can get out of our files, go back up to the top here, wherever it's at. Or we just press the X. It's been a while since I've used OwnCloud. I used it when it was kind of new out there. And you can see activity, documents. You can create a new one. You have pictures. Yeah, you have calendars. And you have contacts. So as we can see, OwnCloud is officially set up here on our server, and you can go ahead and do a lot of cool stuff around here. You can also get apps for OwnCloud if you really wanted to. As we can see, we have these apps. We have bookmarks, encryption, external sites, external storage support, external user support, web app, OwnCloud dependencies, tasks, WebDAV, user backend, apps framework, news, and much more apps. So this has been a tutorial on how to install OwnCloud on a DigitalOcean server when you already have LAMP installed. So thank you for watching this tutorial and have a great day. And if you have any questions or suggestions for future tutorials, please use the link in the description to request tutorials, and I will be notified. Thank you.